to my office hour, just click on Miss Mac's Zoom link and you'll find me here.
For sure. So if you have any past assignments that you need help on, if you have any like future assignments, if you are like already up in the morning and you want to like get started on the day's work, you're more than welcome to chat with Miss Yama at 10:30. So, and it goes over both Spanishes. So if you have AP Spanish or whatever first, then you can go to Spanish and then come to Miss Yama. Or if you have the other Spanish class, then you can go to Miss Yama first and then go to Spanish after that. So up to you whenever you are free. Some people took advantage of that this morning, so awesome. Cool. All right, team. Here's where we're at for assignment 21. This is my people who are missing. So Manny, Unique, Jacob, Jeannie, Josh, Amira, Celeste, Gary, Jasmine, Melissa, Moses, and Nathan. I haven't checked today, so if you submitted today or late last night, I haven't checked yet. We're sitting at 72%, not our personal best at 74, but I think we can get to 80. So I'm here for it. Today is the day we are going to do an assignment all together so that we can make sure that everybody's getting it done. So today is that day. Our assignment is on Desmos today. So if you click, I will drop this assignment in the chat. So that is our assignment. You can go ahead and click that assignment. It's going to load like this, and then you're going to go ahead and click Cohort B at 205. Y'all are Cohort B. So you're going to press this button here. And it's going to redirect you to Desmos in our particular class. And I can send you directly to there. And then it should have your name. If it does not have your name, then you're going to log in with your hybrid high. So log in. You should see something that looks like this thing coming up. I don't know what any of those words mean. Jasmine, what is a cocoa melon?
It's like this really popular baby show my sister's obsessed with. And BKG is just short for background.
Oh, background. Wow, I'm a major loser. Thank you for sharing that with me. Cocoa Melon, that's what that show is? Nice. Interesting. Is one of the characters named Coco?
I really don't know.
Unclear.
Yeah.
It's like, got it. All right. Sounds good. Okay, my friends. I see Marcy's up in here. I see Nebu's got it going on. I got Emiliano, Fernando, Nayeli, Helen, Shmaya. Did you just go by Maya? Or do you go by Shamaya? Are you related to Shakira and Chaka? Miss, if you can hear me. Let me know in the chat. I'm happy to. I know that I've asked you this question. Yes, amazing. Shamaya. Okay, great. I love it. We're gonna have to talk more, Shamaya, because clearly I just want to know all the things. Okay. Here we go. I see you, Molly, Melanie, Wendy, Jennifer, Roxana, Joy, Zephyr, Daryl, Sebastian, Samantha, Josh, Liza, glad to see you. Amira, glad to see you. Diana, Ashley, Brandon, Jasmine, Izzy, Faith, Alan, and Desiree. I see all of you. Super awesome. Cool. So if you are just joining us, or if you got distracted on all the things with the cocoa melon and whatever, you're going to this Desmos. You're going to this Desmos. This is slide 1, right? This is slide 1. And what I want you to do is I just want you to go ahead and move these sliders. Just go ahead and see what happens when you change A. What happens when you change A? What happens when you change H? What happens when you change K? Don't tell me. Just check it out. Just move those sliders around, see what happens. Cool. All right, as you start to make some noticing, there are 3 pages that allow you to write down what you are seeing. So for example, slide 2, right? If you move over to slide 2, it says what happened when you changed A in the equation. And to remind you, it'll show you, okay, if I change A to 1, I get this red line. If A is 2, I get this blue line. If A is 3, I get this green line. So what happens when you change A? You're going to go ahead and type your answer right here. And when you're ready, you can move to 3 and 4. I love some of these answers. Josh Liza saying it's getting greater and greater. It absolutely is getting greater and greater, right? Shemaya is saying when I change A in the equation, the lines move higher. Absolutely, the lines move higher depending on the number, for sure. Jasmine, you said the line is already curved, but it either goes negative or positive. Jasmine, can you tell us more about how you made it go negative?
By negative, I mean like it went below the x-axis, so it was like lower. It was going this way. It was going down. I'm not sure if you understand.
Yeah. What numbers made it go down like that?
If I moved the line to the, I'm not really sure, but I'm pretty sure it was like a negative number.
A negative number for sure. So we see when you have A, right? A, if you make the number bigger, is going to make it get really, really tall. And then if you change it to negative numbers, it actually flips over and continues down like this.
Yeah, that.
Yeah. I did have a question about the screenshotting. If we should screenshot as we go and put it on the doc. I would recommend just working through on Desmos and doing all the screenshots at the end. That would be my recommendation. So you're not getting like caught up in the screenshot business. But if you're a super multitasker, you're welcome to do that. All right, go ahead and move to page 3 if you haven't yet. What happens, and I should mention this now, what happened when you changed H? So here's H, it's the number next to X inside the radical. What happens when you move H? What happens? For sure. I'm seeing Emiliano's answer. It goes left and right. Definitely. It moves left and right. So it's not really changing the shape of it, right? That's A. A is changing the shape. But when you change H, it moves from the left side to the right side and back, right? It does not change shape. I appreciate that Molly is making that note on her answer. It does not change shape. Right? It just moves left to right on the x-axis. Yes. And then finally, when you're ready, go ahead and go to page 4. When you're ready, go to page 4. Page 4 is asking you what happens when you change K. When you change this number out here on the outside, when you change it, what happens to the graph? I like Marcy's answer here. I changed K in the equation and it moved the line up and down vertically. I like that she's using that mathematical word, vertically. I like that Wendy is saying that it moves on the y-axis. So it's moving up and down. Moving up and down. Sebastian combined those. He said when you change K, it goes vertically up and down. For sure. Awesome. Go ahead and click over to page 5 when you're ready. When you see page 5, we're going to have a vocab alert, alert, alert. We have some vocabulary. I'm going to give us a few more moments. Take a moment to read this. Give us a few more moments for everyone to catch up. All right, we're looking good here. The graph to the left is this equation right here, the square root of x plus 4 minus 2. So we have our h value, 4, and our y value, negative 2. It says, notice the point at the beginning is called the critical point. This point right here, the blue point, is called the critical point, and it's the place where we start the line, right? I guess it could also be the place where you end the line, depending on how you look at it. If you're a glass half full, glass half empty person, you might say it starts here or ends here. Miss Name calls this the shooting star graph, right? The shooting star graph, it starts here and it shoots off into the sky, right? So the critical point, you might notice, is at -1, -2, -3, -4, and down to -2. So the point here is shown in the equation by looking at H and looking at K, right? So H is represented here with the 4, K represented with the -2. Something to be careful of, H has the opposite sign of what you see in the equation, right? So notice it is +4 here, but H is actually -4. And then K is the same, -2 and -2, okay? So that is our critical point. Go ahead and go to slide 6. We're going to think about what this means. First directions on slide 6 say circle the critical point on the graph, right? So you do not need to put a whole sentence here. It just says circle the critical point. You can click this button. You can change your color if you want. I'm going to use orange today. Circle it. So if you think this is the critical point, you can circle it. If you think that's the critical point, circle it. If you think this or this or that or this or that, anything on there is a critical point. What is it? You can circle it, you can put a dot there. Awesome. I'm seeing lots of circles right here at this point. It says, what are the coordinates of the critical point of this graph, right? What are the coordinates of this graph? So I'm going to type my coordinates like x, comma, y, like this. I don't need to use a whole sentence. What are the numbers that represent this point right here? What are the numbers that represent that? Sebastian, if possible, can you come off mute and tell us what your numbers are?
My numbers? I got 2, 3.
Yeah, 2, 3. It looks like Emiliano agrees with you in chat for sure. Thank you, Sebastian. So 2, 3. Right, we went over 1, 2, and up 3. 1, 2, 3. 2, 3. Faux show. All right, I'm gonna share it with the class. Wendy's got it, Joyce got it, Zephyr's got it. Moving on. Go ahead and click over to page 7. All right. On the next 4 pages, you're going to see 4 challenges. 4 challenges. So for this one, it says change the zeros in the equations in line 1. So you're going to use this equation. Don't change the equation. Well, you're going to change this equation, but don't delete it. To make a graph that has a critical point shown in the graph. So this is our critical point right here, 4, -3. We want the graph to be down here. We want it to shoot off of that point there. We want it to shoot off of this point here. What are some changes that I could make? What are some changes? I need to change the zeros. I need to change H and K so that my graph goes off of 4, -3. What changes could I make? Wendy is telling me that I should use -4. All right, so I'm assuming that's for H, -4. Absolutely, if I put in -4 there, it moves over to +4 because it's the opposite. And then K, I want to move it down. Jasmine, absolutely. I'm going to change K to -3. Like that. Absolutely. So now I have a graph where the critical point is at 4, -3, and the graph goes off of it. Absolutely. Looking good. When you're ready, go ahead and try 8, 9, and 10. 8, 9, and 10. Daryl, just a heads up, you don't have to put, you don't have to make a new equation. You can just literally change the green equation. Or change the equation that I've given you. Either way, or just delete the other one when you're ready. Cool. All right, so I see many of us are moving to slide 8, or slide 9, or slide 10. For this one here, I see my critical point is right here at -5, 0. So I want to change one of these numbers in order to move it to the left 5. Move it to the left 5. If you like accidentally zoom in or like zoom funny and you can't find and you're like lost, if you press this little house right here, it will go back to its normal zoom. So you can find it again. Yeah, so the first 0 could be a 5 for sure. If this is a 5, it moves it over to -5. Absolutely, that would be the correct answer. Great question for number 9, Samantha. So on number 9, you're going to see 3 points. I want the graph to go through all 3 points, right? All 3 points. So you're not making 3 lines. I see that some people made 3 lines. But what I want is I want our graph to go through all 3 points with one graph. So if you look at this one here, right, all 3 are going through rather than this. This is beautiful, whoever is Jean Springer. This is beautiful, but this is not what I want. What I want is I want one graph that goes through all 3 points like that. So if your name is now Julia Robinson or Jean Springer or Sophia, right, we're working on making one line that goes through all 3 points. Thank you for that question. just a heads up, it does look like our TA's room is empty. Like our TAs are waiting to help someone. So if you want to jump into their breakout room, just let me know and I can send you there to work with them. All right, I'm seeing lots of good work here. How do I make my graph move over to this critical point? How do I make it move over to +1? What letter do I change? Yeah, I'm changing H, Jasmine, into a 1. Yes, for sure. Let's try it. I'm changing H into a 1. Uh-oh. Did that go where I wanted it to go? Emiliano is saying -1. I could put the negative like this, right? I could put the negative like this, or I could just put a negative like that, right? I could put the negative like that. All right, so now I have the negative there. It has to be negative for sure. And then how do I make it grow taller? What was it that made it grow taller? Emiliano says change A, and Faith says change it to a +2. Yes, so I'm going to change A, this one right here. I'm going to change it to a +2, just like that. Absolutely, I have that shooting star graph for sure. Amazing, y'all are doing great. Go ahead and jump over to slide 10. Slide 10. Uh-oh. We have these 3 points down here now. Now we have points going in a different direction. I want my 3, same thing as the last one. I want one line that goes through 3. So I'm seeing some people were able to do it. How are you able to flip it over? How do I flip it over so it's going down? Jasmine was telling us about this in the beginning. I change A to a negative. Yes. Oh my gosh. The chats are blowing up. Y'all are doing great. So A has to be negative. So I'm going to change this to a negative. Oh yeah. Okay. It moved down. It flipped over. Right. For sure. For sure. Thank you for those chats. And then how do I get it to go down? What letter do I change? A, H, or K to get it to like shift down? Emiliano says K, Roxana says K, Jasmine says K. Yeah, we're gonna change K. H, remember, moves left and right, right? You got it, Melissa. K moves it up and down. So they're in alphabetical order. So A, H, K, and Emiliano says -1. So I'm gonna put -1 here, like that. Notice I don't really need a plus and a minus here, right? So I'm gonna delete the plus. I don't need to see both of them. It won't change my problem, but I don't need it. All right. Seeing some great answers here. Okay. For 11, 12, and 13, you have 3 questions. You move to slide 11. You have 3 questions. The graph stays the same. So this is the graph of y equals 3 times the square root of x plus 2 minus 5. So that's this graph right here. And it says, what does the 3 do to the graph? So I'm going to look for the 3. I see the 3 is here, right? The 3 is in the A position. So is it going to make the graph go left, down, up, or get taller? What does A do? Does it move it left, up, or down, or get taller? Does it like physically shift it up, or does it make it get taller? Think back to A. What does A do? Your options, I think, are in different order than mine. So you actually have to want to read yours. But I have 1 vote for making it taller. I have 1 vote for shifting it up. I'm seeing lots of people are saying it's making it go taller. Making it go taller. I really like this answer. It says in slide 1, or I chose it goes taller because in slide 1, A is for the line to become taller or shorter. That's true. It makes it go taller because I remember when I changed A, it made the line go shorter or taller. The 3 makes it go shorter or taller. I agree. My answer is taller. Goes taller. I really love this answer. The A serves as a stretcher for the line, right? It either can make it shorter or taller, negative or positive, right? Or like bigger or smaller. Yes, I love that to the person whose name is Felix. When you're ready with your answer, you can move on to 12 and 13. You don't need me. Diana G, try using, oh, there you go. Using a negative is what I was gonna say. Good job, you got it. All right, and feel free to continue moving. I'm going to talk about slide 14 and 15 in about 1 minute. Slide 14 and 15 in about 1 minute. All right, my friends, I am going to pause you, not pause, I'm going to pace you. So I'm going to bring you to everybody to slide 14. Don't freak out. Your work will be saved, I promise. So I'm going to move everyone there for a moment. Looks like everybody's getting there. Perfect. Okay. For this card sort here, I see some of you have already gotten started. One way that I would recommend getting started is by organizing your board. So one way that I do this is I drag all of the cards that are the same kind together like this. So like I'm putting all the graphs here together. I might put like all the word explanations together. If you just drag them on top, they like clip together. And then I might make another pile of these, and I might put my equations together. This is how I would choose to group them so that they are like sort of not just like everywhere all the way around, right? Then the goal of this page, it says combine one graph with one equation with one explanation. And at the end, you should have 6 groups of 3 cards each, right? So I might start by looking at the graphs that I have. I see that there are lots of graphs, and I'm going to look for one that's like slightly different. If I want to see them bigger, I can click on them and it will bring up like a big card like this. Okay. So I see this one is going up, going up, going up, going up, going up. And then I see this one is the only one that's going down. It's the only one that's going down. So I'm thinking, oh, that one might be kind of easy for me to match. So I'm going to pull out that one. I'm going to move it over here. What is the thing? Is it A or H or K? What's the thing that changes it to be going down like that? How did I make it go down? I changed A. And what did I change A to? A negative. Yeah, for sure. So I put a negative at the bottom, definitely. So, or I'm sorry, at the beginning. So here, I look at this one. I'm like, nah, that's not it. I look at this one. I'm like, oh, there's a negative there. Okay, so it could be that one. So I'm going to go ahead and drag that one over here. I'm going to keep looking. No negative, no negative, no negative, no negative. So it must be this one. It's going down like that. And then I'm going to look at my explanations and I'm going to look for one that says it's going down. So the graph is going down because of the leading negative. Oh, well, that was easy. That looks like the first one there. So I'm going to go ahead and drag that one together. These three match each other. And I have one graph, one equation, and one explanation. So this set is done. I'm going to go ahead and close it by clicking this little arrow. I'm going to move it out of the way like this. Right? And then I'm going to look for something else. So for example, I might choose this one. I'm like, okay, I see that this one is shifted to the left 3, right? It's shifted to the left 3. So I'm thinking about this one real fast. I'm gonna pull it over here. I'm gonna find the one that says shifted to the left 3. So shifted down 3, no, shifted left 3, okay. So it must be this one. And then which of these equations is shifted? Well, I'm just personally gonna look for the number 3. So here I have a +3 and then I have a -3. Should I choose the x plus 3 where h is 3? Or should I choose where k is 3? Which one would help me move to the left? The -3 is where k is -3. That's, remember, k is bringing me down. So it must be h. H moves me left and right. And I want the +3. Remember, it's weird that h is the opposite one, right? So the +3 as h really means -3 to the left, right? So I'm moving to the left like that. That one's funky, hard to tell. It's very funky, but this one is done. So I can close it and move it out of the way. Right? Your goal is to have 6 groups of closed ones. 6 groups of closed ones. Okay. That's number 14. And number 15 is very similar. Number 15 is very similar. There's just not any words. It's just equations and graphs. Equations and graphs. Okay. Awesome. Okay, my friends, I'm going to unpaste you so that you can actually like go back to wherever you are. Stop pacing. And then I just want to highlight what you are turning in, right? What you're turning in is a screenshot of the slides that are here. So yes, I know it's a lot of screenshots. I'm very sorry. But this is the best way for you to get a like really solid grade. So you're going to put a screenshot like slide 2, you'll put a screenshot right here. Slide 3, you'll put a screenshot right here. I would recommend doing all the screenshots at the end. And then if you're like, man, this is awesome, I want to keep going, I want to play a game, then you can play this Gim kit right here. That is extra credit for today. Extra credit for today. With that, I'm going to let everybody head out. Thank you for sticking around for those last 6 minutes. If you have any questions, you are welcome to stick around. Or if you want me to keep helping you, happy to help. Otherwise, that's it. We will see you on Thursday. Bye, friends. Bye, y'all. Trying to get that 100% submission.
Bye. Hope you have a great rest of your day.
Thank you so much, and you too.
Bye, Miss.
Bye. See you later. Bye. Bye, guys.